like 2 kids, 3 tops. Absolute tops. 3 is like the third one is like, oops.
Would I be a good baby daddy for Nicole? I don't know. I mean, I might be a good daddy. I don't know about like a baby daddy. That just sounds expensive.
I'm taking this thing off.
What are you doing here?
Trying to pull out the twins.
MTV's X on the Beach is hooking up single celebs in paradise, but with a twist. Their exes wind up getting involved.
Don't you just love that? The scene you just saw is what passes for calm before the storm. Here with us now, Chad Johnson.
Hi, Chad.
How's it going? Thanks for having me.
Hey, you know what? A lot of people called you Bad Chad. Are you going to get called Dad Chad soon? Is this coming?
It could be.
It should. You don't want babies?
Do you want kids?
I mean, eventually, maybe.
good.
I mean, I think if it happens, it happens. I'm not like super opposed to it, but I would like to like plan it, obviously.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. The surprise
Like-
isn't ideal, but...
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. I'm not too keen on the like, oh, well, they're
Right.
dad now.
I mean, none of us are really, if we're honest with
scary.
ourselves.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, so you're forging a relationship with Nicole Ramos, which we just saw that, and you're kind of keeping out of the ex drama for now. Where do you see that
Yeah.
relationship going with Nicole? Did you come looking for love?
I mean, you know, the thing was, I'm always like open to it. And when I met Nicole, I was like, there's no way they could find somebody that was perfect for me. And I thought she was a little bit crazy, but I kind of liked that.
Yeah.
And so it just turned out like things started blossoming like crazy, and it actually fell into place like really nicely.
I love this clip we have here because I feel like to a certain degree, like you've made a name like being shirtless on dating shows and drinking and having fun and like kind of being, I don't know, kind of a rogue in these territories.
Yeah. I went a little skinnier on this show.
Yeah?
I thought it would make me
Thinned
more
out?
relatable.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel like your ex's arrival shakes things up?
So my ex, that's gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
It's a girl. You'll have to, I guess, watch and see which girl it is. But it's a girl from Oklahoma that ends up coming in, and she turns out to be way more of a fireball than I even knew.
What?
Yeah, I don't know if it's being in the house or if it was, being around the other fireball people. But
Dude, it's people. I'm an Okie, and I know about Oklahoma women, and so nothing surprises me.
Wait, so give me some more information. Some
from
details.
Oklahoma.
What are they? I know that.
Look, women from Oklahoma are not afraid to mix it up, and
some country girls.
Yeah, and they also like alcohol. So
Really? So
Yeah,
did she mess up
that's
anything
true.
with you and Nicole? Or are you Nicole
I mean, you'll have to watch and see. I mean, I'd say she definitely tries. So.
all right, so, dude, this is what I want to know. Like, when was the last time you went on a date without a camera? Because we get a lot of Chad
That's
dating.
a good point. Man, I honestly, since the first show I did, I didn't really date. I probably went on. I mean, what counts as a date? I mean,
What counts?
True.
Right.
I mean,
Like-
you're paying for a girl's meal or a couple drinks.
What for you? Like for
Right.
you, how do you know it's a date?
Okay, if it's a date to me if it's like I ask you to go out and meet someone.
Okay.
But I mean, like if I go to a bar, if I do an appearance somewhere, and somebody comes up, that's not
Of
a date.
course.
Yeah.
Right. But I honestly have probably only been on like 10, 15 maybe dates in the last 3 years since I went on TV. At this point, I'm just like, all right,
Okay.
bring the camera crews around and who do you
Yeah.
have for me to meet?
And
you
now
know?
we're on a date for television.
It's hard to date outside of the TV world at this point because that's what I've known for the last 3 years. I just don't
Right.
have anything to talk about to people who don't understand.
Yeah.
Right, how
I
do
think
they
a lot
connect
of people,
there?
Yeah, a lot of people in
Yeah.
the TV world feel that way. But we have to talk about Kendra
Speaking of the TV
Wilkinson.
world.
Speaking of TV world, okay, so we've seen you all holding hands. A source tells ET you all were filming something.
Working
How
on a
was
skit for
it?
like Barstool Sports, or what kind of skit was this? Or
So I had met Kendra before actually because I dated Sheena from Vanderpump for a little while, and they both were like swapping out. She was doing Sheena was doing this play in Vegas basically. So I met Kendra before and was kind of like, oh. Okay.
So you would date Kendra.
See, well, that was the thing. We did this skit, and it was
thing.
for a skit. But like, during the time when they're like, all right, we need shots of you guys sitting there at the bar talking. Well, we had like 20, 30 minutes.
of course.
It went pretty well. So it kind of turned into this like is it real? Is it not real? Is this a skit now? What are we going to do with it?
The lines got blurred, huh?
Yeah, and then once the press gets involved, then it gets weird. So I think we both just kind of took a step back, because neither of us knew what to answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, at this point, you've kind of entered that territory with your name and your face where, like, when you're seen with someone in public, people are going to run with it these days. And then they're asking you what's up, and they're asking Kendra what's up. Someone asked her, and she tweeted out today, she's like, for the millionth time, I'm not dating right now. I'm basically a virgin. I'm not sure that's how dating works. What do you say? Are you dating at all right now?
I mean, I'm talking to a few people, you know what I mean, but nothing serious. I mean, I guess you'll have to kind of watch the show to figure out my current situation. But yeah, man, that's hard. Those are hard questions to answer because of the show and because of the Kendra thing.
Yeah. I know we're putting you in a tight box.
Pickle here.
It's okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what we try to do, man. We put people in pickles. Speaking of putting you in a pickle, couldn't have you on to talk about The Bachelor. We know you still watch the show to some degree because you host a show on AfterBuzz about The Bachelor.
Yeah. So I have a podcast now where we do recaps, reviews, and bring people in from The Bachelor. And just talk about it.
How have you felt about this season overall?
So I only really watched, I've seen a bunch of clips, because I do a lot of interviews about it. And I'm like, well, you got to send me something because I'm not watching it. But I really watched this last one, and I mean, it's good. You know, every season, every year, I'm like, man, how are people watching this thing? And then you turn it on, you're like, okay, I need to know everything about everybody here.
Yes. Once
But I thought it was good. And I also thought the girls this year are fantastic.
On point?
Who's your favorite this year?
So there's a girl that she got kicked off very early. Girl Caitlin Clemens.
Okay.
I don't think they showed a whole lot of her, but
She caught your eye.
yeah, she got that eye.
Get ready for the rumor mill. Here it comes.
Right.
And I think Colton's an interesting bachelor. Like, do you have any words of advice? I mean, he's the bachelor and he's going through it all now, I guess. But
Colton's interesting, and the thing that confuses me about him is the whole virgin thing. You know, that's all everybody ever wants to talk about. And I get if you're a virgin because of, you know, religious reasons, moral reasons, or something like that. But the fact of the matter to me that confuses me is he's just a virgin just because. It just hasn't happened. And it's a little bit scary to think that this girl that he's choosing to marry at the end of this thing is going to be his first, and he's going to have to now know what it's like and then just straight up say, okay, it's like somebody gives you a tasty dessert and then says, now you don't get any other desserts.
Right.
This is the only one you get to eat now that you know how delicious it is.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what a lot of people are afraid to date virgins because of that reason.
Right. It's
but
a
of
little
course,
scary.
I mean, maybe Colton. I feel like it's a reason why he doesn't want to let us know exactly why he's a virgin, and of course, it's probably something personal. Of course.
Right.
at this stage in your life, could you ever date a virgin?
That's a good question.
I mean,
Because you've had dessert.
yeah, I have had dessert. That's a good point. That's a good point. I don't know. I think that'd be something tough to deal with, but I think I could make it through.
I don't know. I don't know.
That's because you feel another way.
You know what? This ain't about me, though.
That's right.
Chad, thank you so much for coming. There's a new episode of X on the Beach tonight and every Thursday night on MTV. Bad Chad.